want to start off by saying Anina Danawe Namaganak. I want to begin by thanking our elders who are here in the room, who have offered the opening prayers, and I give thanks to the Creator for blessing us with another day on this journey. That one is filled with good health and many blessings that we have received. My name is Rachel Sangwais, and I'm honored to be here today with all of you. I want to take this time to acknowledge my family, to my children and grandchildren who are my world, and my parents, Wanda Sangwais and Terry Flamont. Thank you for being steady examples of love, tradition, and service as your footsteps have shaped mine. I also want to take this time to acknowledge and thank my nominator, Tommy Kukwedawe, who is a member of our ceremonial family, and my seconder, Diane Sparve, a respected matriarch in our community. I am deeply grateful for your belief in me and your encouragement. Over the past few years, I have been on a holistic journey of healing, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically. This process has given me clarity of vision and renewed energy to serve our nation with balance and integrity. For those interested in more about my education and recent political experience, I've highlighted these in my campaign brochure. There you'll find details of my years of service, the work I've done across all boards and committees, and my ongoing commitment to our nation. For 12 consecutive years, I have served as counselor, working on numerous initiatives, including the land law and the Chief Littlebone Community Center. These have been important steps towards exercising our jurisdiction, streamlining development processes, and protecting our lands and environment for future generations. In my campaign brochure, and I was in the process of handing them out, so I'll continue that once I'm done here. But in my brochure, I introduced the nation building pathway, the structure that will guide our collective work. It begins with traditional governance as our foundation and flows into community wellness as the work to be completed, and leads to resource stewardship as the outcome we strengthen together. But before I get into that, maybe I will just expand upon, because not only did I do the work with my co-chair, fellow councillor Randall Sparvier, but we did some tremendous engagement with the members. As you know, we have come out here numerous times to present the draft of the land law, and we worked with the committee that some are here and present in the room. So we're very grateful that we had that opportunity to work with our members one-on-one, and they put in many countless hours, evening and weekends, to be able to help us draft that document. And as a result, we are very fortunate that the members ratified that document. And then I just wanted to highlight that goes the same with the Chief Littlebone Community Center too, where we had the members of the community, a representation of 6 members, to help us design that building. And as a result, it is truly a beautiful building on their nation. So I wanted to continue on with the traditional governance, which is grounded in our inherent and treaty rights. It is the foundation of all that we do. These rights carry both individual and collective responsibilities, and as treaty people, we must uphold and protect them to the utmost. We honor our lodge keepers who carry the wisdom and guidance of our ancestors, and who will help guide the work ahead with the help of our youth, elders, and adults. In our traditional ways, every member of the nation shares responsibility in the decision making. Leadership and administration must work hand in hand with our members to ensure our plans are rooted in our shared voice and vision. So I want to get into, when I identified in the pathway to the nation building, I talk about that community needs assessment because it is a vital part of this vision. So again, the vision for a stronger community connection began. I wanted to tell this personal story, how this all came about. So it began when a young man in Saskatoon asked during a band meeting if there was a counselor who works directly with the urban members. And long story short, the answer was no, not directly. Although we all do play a key role in with our initiatives or our objectives in our mandate, we are to consult with all the membership as a whole. So in essence, we do work with on and off reserve, but we are very limited in obviously to the funding that off reserve members receive. So I see in this poor man in our community, in our band meeting, he was very disappointed. You can just see that he wanted to reconnect, and I know many of off reserve members feel the same. That moment sparked my vision for liaison workers in our urban centers. These liaisons would know our membership and understand both those services available in their city and those available through the nation. They could help members stay connected, navigate supports, and be a bridge between leadership, administration, and our communities, whether on or off reserve. While most supports are for on-reserve members, this vision also strengthens services for off-reserve members by fostering partnerships, organizing local groups, and exploring opportunities, including where desired, forming nonprofits or partnerships that could potentially open doors to external funding and resources. This process will be adaptive, responding to the unique needs of different geographic areas, and will involve regular reporting and knowledge exchange, much like the work I've done with another organization where board members bring updates to their communities and return with input to the board. This vision addresses my second and third pillars, which is the foundation was the traditional governance, and for the resource stewardship that has been identified within the pathway. By strengthening those connections and those participations, we build healthier communities, ensure wise care of our lands, waters, and resources. So, what is this campaign, or what is this pathway about? It is my conviction that restoring the balance is the only way forward. Restoring the balance means creating harmony between governance and community, between tradition and progress, between speaking and listening, and between leading and serving. This balance is essential to building trust, unity, and the shared purpose we need to move forward together as a nation. I can't see how I'm doing for time, but I'm kind of trying to wrap it up quickly. So I just wanted to end off by saying it has been an honor and a privilege to be part of this journey with you. As I said, I've been here for 12 years, 14 years in total dedicated to the service of our nation in the capacity of counselor. And if I am elected, it will be the mandate of the people, and I will work tirelessly to put our shared vision into action. But I cannot do this alone. This vision will only succeed if we are willing and able to do the work together. There's some other initiatives that will help make this a reality, and we've been talking about, because we're in the land law implementation process now, and we've get our group, which consists of our land department in collaboration with Pasadena and Zakame Management Land Authority. We have regular meetings on a monthly basis, and we do check-ins. There's internal groups that are tasked with specific areas, and we all come together to report on the progress and shared in our knowledge and the assistance of others. So I envision that for our community, with that we have to establish those regular reporting mechanisms to one another. Council to membership, administration to council, everything vice versa. It has to be reciprocated because this is how we keep each other on track. This is how we support and grow with one another. So I've had the opportunity, this experience, to be able to see many different organizations and how they govern themselves, because not only do I serve as counsel for our nation, but also a board member for a school division and all the many other positions or appointments from the YTC as well. So I've seen the successes of many boards and have built my vision based on that experience and those learning opportunities. So I hear people. Before I started this speech, I was talking to members, and we need to address these community concerns, these needs, so that we're not reacting in crises. Because I discovered that being a co-chair with the community wellness mandate as well, is that's what we are doing currently, is just managing the crisis and being in a reactive mode. So with this community needs assessment that I'm proposing nationwide, we will be responsive to the needs of our members and be able to be proactive and be able to allocate the proper resources that our membership desperately need. I hear you, I'm listening, and I want to be a part of that change. And together I know that we can do that. So I humbly ask for your support so that we can continue building our future together, restoring the balance, honoring our traditions, and creating opportunities for generations to come. So that does conclude my presentation, but I am sticking around and I've been handing out my brochures, and shameless kind of a kick is that we're having a gathering here within all of our communities within the province, so I'll definitely be handing out those notices to invite you to keep the conversations going. Let's start connecting with one another, giving those opportunities to gather so that we can start the work that needs to be done in our nation. So with that, I say Kachimigwish, thank you for listening to the vision that I see for our nation, that is much needed for our nation, and I hope that that I am successful to continue this work. And I want to acknowledge and thank all of the candidates that put their name forth. It's not easy to come up here and put yourself out there, so I commend each and every one of you for doing so. So with that, I say, I will see you all again. Chimigwich.